Excel video, I'm going to show you 3 different ways to auto-fit all the columns and rows in Microsoft Excel. Let's get started. So here we have a spreadsheet, and you can see that the column widths vary wildly. Some of them are too wide, some of them are too narrow, and it's starting to become a problem. I can't see the data that I need to see. Some of the data is showing up as hashtags because it can't fit the data within the space provided. It just looks terrible. So let's look at these 3 different ways of fixing this and making it look better. One method would be to click and drag on the column letters. So A through O in this case, and then just double click between any 2 column letters. I'm going to choose K and L. And I'll just double click, and then very quickly, all of the columns are perfectly auto-fit to the exact width necessary to show all the data that's in those columns. I could do the same thing with the row numbers. So click and drag to select all the row numbers, and then double click between any 2, and now the columns are perfectly auto-fit. I'm going to undo both of those changes by holding Control and tapping Z twice, because that's method 1. There's another method that I think is a little faster, and it's a little better because it keeps your hands on the keyboard. First, what you would do is hold Control and tap A. That will select the entire spreadsheet. Then hold the Alt key and tap HOI, and it has to be in that specific order. You don't have to hold HOI, just tap the letter H, then the letter O, then the letter I, while still holding the Alt key. And that will perfectly auto-fit the columns. Next, we can auto-fit the rows by holding Alt again, but this time tapping HOA. Now we have the columns and the rows perfectly auto-fit. I'm going to hold Control and tap Z twice to undo those changes, and let's look at the 3rd method that we can use to auto-fit rows and columns. Now for this 3rd method, you do have to use the mouse. You have to take your hands off the keyboard to use the mouse. And step 1 is to hold Control and tap A to select the whole spreadsheet. Then go to the Home tab, Home ribbon. In the Cells group, click on Format, and then choose Auto Fit Column Width. And that worked beautifully. Now I'm going to go back to Format, but this time I'll choose Auto Fit Row Height. And now I've got a perfectly auto-fit spreadsheet. So those are 3 methods for auto-fitting all the columns and rows in your spreadsheet. Which one do you prefer? If you want to leave a comment below this video, let me know which of the 3 you think you're going to use the most, and maybe tell me why that is.